Hello again. It's been a while since my last video. After 2 years I finally got COVID, or maybe as Elvis called it once, the creeping crud. Didn't affect me that badly like flu. It took a while to get over it. My wife, because of her chemotherapy, she was a bit more affected, but thankfully she's over it now. Whilst I was going through my stuff, I came across this, which I remember, I think it was in the 1980s. My mum came in from shopping and she said, "Oh, I saw this, so I got it for you." I think you can still find it on eBay quite cheaply, and it's worth getting, because this magazine, which wasn't expensive, actually contains a full American discography: singles, EPs, albums. And of course here in the UK we didn't have picture sleeves on our singles, and it was a revelation to see this, and I thought one day I'm going to get those. So it's well worth getting hold of if you haven't got it. Yesterday I received an album which I've wanted for some time, the American pressing of Golden Records, and I had recently catalogued what I already had, so I thought, well, whilst they're available, we'll go through them. Now I did wonder, was Elvis the first artist to have a Golden Records album? And in fact he wasn't, but it was another RCA artist, Perry Como, who a couple of years before had put out a Golden Records album. And as you can see from the cover, this is where they took the inspiration from for Elvis's album. Of course, Elvis Golden Records, the first one, is one of the classic rock and roll albums. So we'll start in the UK, of course. So here we have Elvis Golden Records. These are not easy to find in good condition because the covers are quite flimsy. As you can see, the bend. Now, of course, in the first pressing of this, it included this photo booklet. Now, we didn't get the photo booklet on our Christmas album, so instead they put it on the Gold Records. And if you haven't seen it, the album is actually contained, if you can, in a little pocket there. And it is a red label with a large silver dot. The red seal. I don't really understand what the red seal was about, but for some reason this album was released on the red seal. We very quickly needed another pressing, so the same album, still a gatefold, still flimsy, but this time the photo booklet wasn't included. And again, the album is in this little pocket. So we still have the red seal, but now the RCA dot is black. And of course it quickly needed pressing again. So now they've gone to just the single sleeve. We have the red label, the silver smaller dot. And finally, same cover. And they're still calling it the Red Seal. That does seem strange that this, as far as I'm aware, was the only Elvis album on the Red Seal label. And then of course when they repressed it in the 70s, they obviously cashing in on the success of the 68 TV special, put a cover that bore no relation to anything on the album, which of course is a typical RCA trick. This is a later pressing. You do actually still need some copies of this because for some strange reason RCA shoots over to this side and then you have something on both sides, which I'm sure they did just to make people like me buy it again. Okay, so this is the American one that I just got. And the world's greatest artists are on RCA Victor Records. And there's that one. That is the only American pressing I have of that record, of this record. So now we go up to Canada, and this of course was the first one in the series that they did, Collector's Gold Vinyl Edition. As I'm sure you all know, the track listing on the UK version of this album is different to the American and Canadian one. Oops. So they reissued volumes 1, 2, 3 and 4 of the Golden Records in gold vinyl. And we go to Japan. Reprocessed stereo. I have the lyrics in English on the back. Now there are, of course, more pressings from Japan. That's the only one I have at the moment. We have one of the more recent repressings with the barcode at the top. Stereo effect reprocessed. I'd rather hear it in mono. Next we have Australia. Again a flimsy cover. and this one is on a gold label. I stopped recording to look up the Red Seal label to find out what it's actually about. RCA's Red Seal label was created for premium priced records made by top tier artists as a marketing strategy, introduced in 1901. So there you go. Now on to the next one. So this is the original German release, and again very flimsy covers. So that's why all these first pressings of this album are not easy to find in really good condition. And strangely, the notes on the back are all in English. But again, it's called an RCA Victor Red Seal. And so, of course, the label's black. Very odd. Now we come on to one of the more unusual ones. This is Yugoton Records, which of course was Yugoslavia. And this is on quite thick card. So somebody obviously coloured in their favourite tracks by the look of it. There you go, Yugoton, Zagreb, Yugoslavia. And the label itself. And so now we're down to the last one. This is a very recent acquisition. Comes from this box set, Disc en Or, from VPI, the French company, who released the first 3 volumes in coloured vinyl. So here's volume 1, Les Disques en Or d'Elvis Presley. And this particular one is in, what do they call it, red swirl or something like that. I do wonder why they only did volumes 1, 2 and 3. So those are my Golden Records, Elvis's Golden Records. What else has been happening? I don't even see up there. The new Kid Galahad, Follow That Dream. I've had a few other new things which I've filed away. I'm still going through my film soundtracks, so I'm sorting out It Happened at the World's Fair. What I might do, I don't have huge numbers of a lot of the soundtracks, so I might do a couple of soundtracks. Say It Happened at the World's Fair in Paradise Hawaiian style, something like that. So hopefully it won't be so long for the next video. So till then, bye for now.